history goes way back. I think probably as a family in the business, we're one of the oldest in the country, if not maybe the oldest. The family was into racing for like forever. I mean, Schwinn had a whole Olympic team that was sponsored by Schwinn. They mostly all rode Paramounts that we built for them. We started building Paramounts. My grandfather started building Paramounts in 1937. He came here in 1910 when he came from Belgium. And he immediately, when he got here, opened a bike shop. And in Belgium, he was a frame builder. That's what he did for a living over there. And then when he came here, he just opened a bike shop right away, got into the business and built frames and bikes. My dad was born in 1910 when they came over from Europe, from Belgium. And then after school, he was always in the shop. He was always working, you know. And he built all the Paramounts later. He actually built probably more Paramounts than my grandfather did. He built them for all the sports and stuff like that. He built most of the Olympic bikes and different ones, and a lot of the pro bikes too. Built them for the six-day bike riders, for the Olympics, everything. And my dad built them into the mid-'60s, so we were building Paramounts for a long time. And then like my grandfather and my dad also built the first bike to go over 100 miles an hour, you know. And most of them are built in our stores. We were part of Humboldt Park, Northbrook, Kenosha, all the tracks, the national championships, the amateur championships in Chicago, road racing in Chicago, everything. The Chicago Stadium, the Coliseum, they ran six-day bike races inside those. The uprights for the track were kept at the stadium. They ran 3 or 4 bike races there a year. Also in Madison Square Garden, Cleveland Auditorium, different venues throughout the United States, they ran 6-day bike races. And those were really exciting and fun to watch. It wasn't like the roller derby, though. The 6-day bike racing was genuine. I thought when I saw roller derby, it was kind of like put on a little bit for show, but 6-day bike racing was genuine. They were traveling at high-end speeds. There was danger involved in that sport. It was exciting. I got pictures on the back wall of Madison Square Garden in 1934, and Madison Square Garden was packed to the rooftops with spectators for a 6-day race. And they made big money back then. Some of these guys made up to about as much as $100,000 a year in the early 30s and 20s. These two guys were the last of the 6-day racers, Irwin Pesic and Bill Jacoby. There's a few others that are still alive, but they weren't part of this era. World War II was basically the end of the 6-day races and stuff like that. It had a big effect on it. A lot of kids were lost during the war, and it never really recuperated. The 6-day part of it never recuperated, but bike racing still went on, you know, on an amateur level. But the pro end of it was pretty much gone by the time.